Okay, so this video that I am doing right now, you guys, is not going to be my most polished video. I did not get my video editor on it and all that, but the information that I'm going to share with you is really, I feel like a really breakthrough for our industry, and I just wanted to go ahead and get this video recorded and get it out to you. So y'all, I did all the editing myself and all that, but I hope that the information I'm going to share with you, that you're going to be just as excited as I am. So here recently, y'all, there has been, I feel like, a really good breakthrough in this industry. If you are someone that's been trying to launch or expand an early child education business, so whether that is a preschool, Montessori, whatever that looks like for you, and you have been struggling because of the funding, because of the money, I feel like that things are getting ready to take a huge turn for you guys that are in this position, okay? And I just remember when I got started, you know, I had this dream. Like, you can see the dream, right? You can see the kids in the classroom. You can see the families that you're going to be serving. You can see the different type of service that you're going to be offering. I have met so many of you guys that have so many different unique type of services, and you can see that end point, but you kind of keep hitting this roadblock of getting started because of the lack of funding. And so I have talked to so many people, you guys. Me and my team, we get on the call with you guys, and everybody is just like, they don't know where to start. And the number one thing is they don't have the money, and they don't know where to get the money, and they don't know how to go about getting funding. And so I'm here to tell you right now, today, that money should not and will not be a barrier for you if you have the right strategy in place, okay? Let me say that again. Money should not and will not be a barrier for you if you have the right financial strategy in place. So one of my most recent successes this year has been, I've had a client to be able to obtain $25,000, a $25,000 loan using the strategy that I am getting ready to share with you. And this is the strategy that I teach my clients and people that I work with to be able to go in and obtain funding. But before we hop into this strategy, if you're new to me, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley Benz of ashleybenz.com and Childcare Business Venture Vault. Y'all, we just hit 20,000 subscribers on this channel, and I've got a little surprise for you at the end because we're celebrating with something really special. It's almost like this is all like aligning for me. I've been doing this for the last 7 years on this channel, and there are moments that just kind of like everything seems to come in place. So be sure that you do stay to the end of the video because you are going to not want to miss the big surprise I have in celebration of our 20,000. And if you are somebody that has been here during this whole journey, I just want to say thank you so much. The thing about hitting 20,000 subscribers on this channel, the numbers do not like really excite me, but it's the impact that I am trying to make in this industry, and that's what I'm excited about. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you are wanting to learn more about how to launch or expand your early child education business, because I've got this is like your go-to resource, okay, for all things launching or expanding a childcare business. And if you have not, and I will say this, because a lot of you guys are watching the video, but y'all have not subscribed to the channel. So if you have yet to do that, be sure that you go ahead and get that done. Go ahead and give this video a like and a thumbs up, do all those things. And then let's go into this strategy that is going to really, honestly, like, I feel like this video is going to be probably one of the most important videos that I ever release here on this channel. Okay, so when we're talking about funding, the main thing that I want you to know and understand is that there are different types of funding. And the thing that I feel like a lot of people don't get is that there's a slew of things and options that you can do to get the funding that you need. So what we go in when we're working with clients is we go in and we create them what's called a funding recipe, because everybody's situation is going to be different. And so you don't want to go in with, trying to obtain a certain type of funding when that's not going to be a good fit for you and your certain situation. So what we want to do is we want to go in and we're going to create what's called a funding recipe. And this recipe is going to be mixed with what we call advanced funding, low risk funding options, Or we also have creative funding options. And what we do is we sit down and we walk someone through what we call creating a funding recipe. Now, to actually get the recipe, there are some ingredients that we have to have in place first, okay? And one of the ingredients is that we have to have what's called a budget plan. So the budget plan is actually what helps us to determine how much funding that you actually need. And before we can get to that number, we have to go through a set of financial projections to be able to get there. So that is, how much are you going to be charging? What does your operating expenses, or what will your operating expenses look like when you are actually fully operating and you have a successful blueprint of a profitable childcare business, right? What does your payroll look like? What does your operating expenses look like? And once we get that information, once we get those financial projections, then we go into projecting a full, what we call the 12-month projection plan, which is your first year in business, okay? And once we kind of go through that, that then tells us how much money that we're going to need every month, how many children do we need to have enrolled each month to be able to hit these goals and these numbers. And from there, then we can see how much money do you actually need to get started. So this tells us so much. When we go in and do these financial projections, it really just gives, it really honestly, it paints you the entire picture from zero to whatever that funding dollar is and what that looks like when we're budgeting those dollars and getting you from being not profitable for your, let's say your first day in business, to in 12 months becoming very profitable, being full in enrollment, and really honestly like launching or expanding this amazing profitable childcare business.
Every ambitious journey starts with a single step. And in the business world, one of the most critical steps is building a credible financial profile. Let me introduce to you Duns & Bradstreet, the gold standard in business credit reporting. With a D&B number, doors open. And it's not just a number, it's an emblem of trust and reliability in the industry. So whether you're embarking on the early childhood education business journey and you're trying to launch, or you're trying to expand your horizons, your D&B number can be the key that unlocks potential opportunities. A word to the wise, don't be left behind. Secure your D&B number from Duns & Bradstreet now. It's your business's passport to greater credibility and opportunity.
And so when we actually get this number, then we go in and we create your funding recipe. Again, this is going to look different for everybody. And the thing about, I feel like that what really sets me and my team apart from others is that our solutions that we provide are unique. So it's very, like, we really get creative with things. Like, that's kind of what we do. We are consultants. We're not coaches. Coaches is just going to basically kind of guide you and motivate you. But a consultant is actually going to get in and provide solutions and be creative and really just come up with things out of their head, so to speak, using their expertise that is going to be a great fit for you. And so that's what we do. And I am super excited. So here is the big announcement, okay, as we celebrate 20,000. But I am actually bringing back our one-on-one calls. Now, if you've been here for a while, then if you remember back in, I think it was 2022, last year, I guess it was. But that's what we did. So we did these complimentary calls and we got you, on the phone, and we really kind of helped walk you through that. Well, what happened was that I got overtaxed because I was doing those calls just all by myself. And I got overtaxed and I had to shut down my calendar and not take any calls because I basically this year have been kind of diving in and working with my members and clients. Well, my team has been able to grow a little bit. And so now I'm able to offer those calls back. And again, it's just like everything's aligning. So we just hit 20,000. My team has grown some. I'm able to kind of offer these calls and really be able to get you guys in and get your questions answered. And honestly, give you exactly the blueprint and the plan that's going to be specific for you. So what we do on these calls is that we're going to look at where you are right now, okay? What is causing you to be stuck, which most likely if you're watching this video is going to be that funding. And you are then going to be able to have your next immediate action plan on what you need to do to obtain the funding to get this budget plan in place and what that looks like for you, and really honestly be able to go ahead and launch or expand. Now, my latest success story, you guys, has been an owner who has she's moving from her home into a center, and she just secured her very first location. So I am so excited, okay? And a lot of the things and a lot of what owners are doing that's in the top 1% is they are doing this. They are spending the time and energy creating that budget plan, creating that 12-month projection plan, understand these financial projections. We do help you create your business plan as well so that you can go in and obtain that funding, and then we help you create your funding recipe. And once you really kind of go through this, y'all, the sky is the limit. I am telling you, okay? The funds are out there. And right now is a really, really important time because, as we all know, Biden has cut off the funding that came in through the coronavirus. So when we have the COVID and all that stuff going on, that funding has been cut off, right? So unfortunately, there's a lot of centers that are going to have to close down because they don't have these financial projections in place. They don't know how to budget, and they're going to have to close down. And I think I read an article that stated that we're looking at about 70,000 that's going to have to shut down. Well, let me just tell you guys this. If you know how to obtain funding from the get-go, okay, and because what this is a skill, this is a muscle that is needed in any business, right? And especially in our industry. And if you know how to do that from the get-go, when these kind of things shift and happen, you're kind of already set up to be able to go in and you can obtain funding like as much as you need, right? Once you learn how to do this, then the limits or the possibilities are endless because you can go in as many times as you need in your business and create the funding. So I am so excited. And so my team's goal is to really just equip you with the tools and the strategies that you're going to need to be successful. Now, I'm going to make this a very disclaimer. Okay? While we do provide all of the tools and strategy, we cannot guarantee funding to anybody, but the goal here is about maximizing your chances and being strategic. And because we do have proven success stories of people that have obtained funding, again, you're just going to be maximizing your potential, and we're going to help you all the way. Okay, so what I will tell you is that my team, even if you do hit a roadblock, like we're going to even give you the next step to be able to say, okay, let's do these things in place, and then we're going to be able to come back in and we can reapply. So the sky is the limit, y'all. I'm so excited. This is just the best thing. Again, this is going to be the best video I think that I published on this channel that's going to really open up the doors for a lot of you all that have been struggling with launching or expanding your childcare business and having that funding piece be the thing that is stopping you from getting and moving forward. And so if you are ready to do this, now let me just say this, okay? Because the next thing I'm going to do as I end this video is I'm going to go ahead and give you information on how to go ahead and book your call. Right now, we are doing our 2024 visionary call. So if you're watching this in this past 2024, just be sure to look in the description box, and we'll make sure to have any updated information down there. But right now we are excited because this is the time right now. If you are trying to get funding, this is the time to go ahead and get set up. Guys, it can sometimes take about 90 days to really get going. So we are less than 90, at the recording of this video, we are less than 90 days away from January 2024. If you go ahead and get started right now, we can go ahead and help you get a plan in place to be able to get and start securing and at least applying for funding and get that ball rolling, okay? So what you want to do is you want to book a call with my team, and they're going to help you explore the possibilities and the reality of what that looks like for you, okay? If you've been, listen, y'all, we actually started doing these calls last week. Our calendar was completely booked out. So if you're seeing this, go ahead and jump on because we get booked really quick. And so if you really want to kind of be able to, get in the jump start of all this, like I said, go ahead and get booked, book your call. But what I'm going to say is that a lot of people that's everything that we're hearing. I don't know how to get started. I don't know where the funding is. I don't know how much I need, okay? We are going to, for once and for all, we're going to get that out of the way, and we're going to get you on to the next phases that we go into, which is where we go into the location and start looking for those locations and license. Let me say this, that's another roadblock, but let me just say this, you guys, again, there's going to be room in the market for you, because unfortunately a lot of centers are closing down because they lost that funding from what is the PPP and all that stuff from COVID. So there is going to be room. Now, hopefully, if you are somebody that you're going to come to us as well, we can help you stay in business and help you stay open and keep you open. But nonetheless, I'm just so excited, you guys. Okay, so in the description box, there's a link to book a call. When you click on that link, you're going to come to a page. I will say that you do have to be you have to be ready to do this within the next 12 months. So if you're somebody that's like, you know what, this is something I'm thinking about doing, or things like that, we're not hopping on the call with people that are thinking about. We're hopping on the call with people that's like, no, I'm ready. And within the next 12 months, I want this to be a reality. But once you click on that, the link, it's going to take you to a page. There's another video of me explaining what the top 1% are doing in the industry that you're not. So you definitely want to watch that. Then from there, you're going to fill out a little form. Again, it's just going to ask you some questions. And then once you fill that out, you'll hit submit, and it's going to take you directly to the calendar, and you can pick a day and time that works best for you. And as I end this video, I just want to remind you that every big dream does start with a little bitty step, okay? And a lot of times, if you don't take the right step, you can't get to where you're going. So this right here, again, is your step to go ahead and let's make this a reality, y'all. We've got to make an impact. Again, the numbers here does not mean anything to me unless I'm able to really go in and help you guys launch and expand. And I want to be a part of putting childcare businesses on the map in 2024, y'all. And this is it. So I am so excited. Again, thank you for being here. Give this video a like and a thumbs up if you are excited about the new year and what the possibilities are for you. Also, again, thank you again for the 20,000. I'm hoping to go ahead and reach more. But again, it's the impact. I am after the impact of putting quality childcare services back in our communities. That's what I'm about, okay? And so, okay, let me get off of here. I'm so excited. Click the link in the description box, and I will see you on the next video.